of your neighborhood council presidents, and I met with a number of the San Fernando Valley Neighborhood Council members and presidents, and they will tell you that some 6,000 people responded, because I've engaged in every budget, the neighborhood councils, and some 6,000 people have responded to our efforts to kind of include a broader group of people in putting a budget together. So they were involved early on. This was the most that have ever participated, and it was great. But so the priorities we put in the budget are priorities that kind of reflect a broader conversation. But the tough decisions we're going to have to make in the budget, I think, requires a broader conversation. So let me tell you where we are. In October, we were at 8.5% unemployment rate in the city of Los Angeles. In January, when President Obama said that the worst case scenario would be a double-digit unemployment rate, I stood up on CNN and said, LA is there. We are at 10% unemployment rate. Today it is 12.5% and rising, and rising. And last year we cut 797 positions from the budget. Now I heard from the neighborhood council leaders what the impact of that was. So that you understand, when you cut vacant positions that are funded, you have to fund those vacant positions. When you cut them, that means they can't hire and fill. And what I heard from some of the neighborhood council leaders, that it's taking longer to get services because we eliminated those positions last year. Before we even start here, we're at a $530 million deficit, and Ray Serrana is our CAO, acting CAO. He's the Chief Administrative Officer. His job is to put the budget together. Ray, can I have a little fun with you for a moment? If it's okay. In October, Ray said the budget deficit was going to be $296 million. And I'm reading, different than a certain governor from another state who didn't remember what newspaper she reads. I read the Daily News, the LA Times, the Financial Times, the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, and La Opinion. I don't read every article in those, but I have them on my desk and at home. And everything I was reading said to me that this was going to get worse, not better. And so I made a bet with Ray Serrana, and I said, I think this deficit's going to be $400 million. I think it's going to be bigger than that. Well, in January, he had to do a re-estimate, and the budget was $430 million. Today it's $530 million. And that's the best guess for our folks. It could be even higher, but right now it's at $530 million. So that you understand the magnitude of that, the general fund budget is $4.4 billion. Now, the overall city budget is bigger than that because we have the DWP, which is at $7.4 billion, I think, and is that correct? And the airport, which is $3 billion plus, and the port, which is 1.3 or 1.4 billion. So altogether, it just adds up. And then there's special funds, which take us from 4.4 to 7.7. But the general fund budget, that's what we're dealing with. The general fund budget is 4.4